Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Art Games. Today we're going to be talking about redstone weaponry in Minecraft and whether they are worth the money. So, if you look on any kind of Minecraft war scenario, think 2b2t, the Dream SMP, those servers are basically all about waging war. It's the majority of their content for people that play on them or people that watch them. So, however, in both of these, the use of redstone weapons is either non-existent or or in a support role. In 2BT, these redstone bomber planes are used to dig canals, but not. They're not fighting on the front lines. 2T players want these weapons as far from the front lines as possible. The Dream SMP doesn't have any redstone weapons. So why is this? Well, first, 2T is on a really old version, so redstone is much less advanced. This might have something to do with the fact that redstone weapons are only used in support roles. But even with this less advanced redstone, they are still being used in support roles, even though they're not used on the front lines. So why on earth does no one in the Dream SMP use them? Well, this is because the Dream SMP is a storyline, not a true combat server. They are making a story, so any kind of weapons of mass destruction wouldn't really fit into that. But how can redstone weapons be used? Well, first, it must be in a relatively modern server, so you have modern redstone to make modern weaponry. And second, the storyline can't be too impactful. And third, what role do these play? Well, I've seen a lot of videos and I believe that redstone weaponry, while they can be devastating, they are also incredibly easy to counter if you have an Elytra. An Elytra hard counters planes, Minecraft bomber planes, because they are simply too slow. And even if you put someone on those bomber planes, there is no way you're shooting someone flying at 80 blocks a second out of the sky. So that's pretty much excludes those, but those in a scenario that contains elytras. Without them, however, bomber planes, especially with someone on them, are pretty much impossible to take down. Because if you tower up, either you're too slow or you get shot off. If you run away, well, that's basically the only option. A second option would be to use water, but you can use sand in combination with TNT to make TNT explode underwater. So basically the only way would be to make your base out of obsidian, which is incredibly expensive. TNT cannons, they are, unlike bomber planes, they are static structures that fire from long range, and I believe these do have some place in certain scenarios, but because they are static structures, they are incredibly easy to destroy once you know where they are. Fly in with an elytra and blow things up. Without elytras, however, these can be really effective if you can properly protect them against charges from enemy cavalry, or perhaps just normal players charging at you. If you have some people there situated, they can protect it, and then the gun can be effective. But no weapons are really effective against players. Redstone weapons are simply not accurate enough to deal with players, and even weapons with high firepower, like those cannons that can shoot arrows at hundreds of blocks a second, even they struggle to kill players in full netherite, either because those weapons are incredibly easy to dodge, or because of the fact that he's wearing full netherite. So I believe that PvP is still the best way to fight someone in Minecraft. However, I do think that redstone weapons have a role in the backlines. However, you have to protect them, and elytras and when there are elytras, they are pretty much useless. But when there are elytras, combat is pretty much impossible because everyone can just fly away. So that was today's video. I hope you liked it. Leave a comment on how you think redstone weapons should be utilized in combat. And have a nice day. Goodbye.